We've all heard this cliche. You're only as old as you feel. But what if science actually agrees with that cliche? Researchers at Harvard and some other private West Coast former Pac 12 school, huh, they found something fascinating. People who believe they're younger, really believe, they actually live longer. Hi, I'm Scott Mullet. Oh, thank you, and thank you, and here's some applause for you. This is the Wise Lane, where we focus on money, mindset, and modern living for life after 50. And if you're under 50, well, congratulations to you. As always, you are very welcome to walk on this path with us folks who have an earlier birthday. Yes, because this is a mindset episode, so I won't say old folks. Now, today, let's break down the simple science of feeling younger. No creams, no fads, no jazzercise, sweat into the oldies, Thigh Master, Botox, or GLP-1. Just real proven shifts that you can use now. And I've got 3 of these shifts to discuss, so please stay until the end and hear them all. So if you're ready to feel sharper, more energetic, and alive at any age, make sure you subscribe because, hey, we're just getting started here at the Wise Lane, where we don't chase youth, we redefine it. We make it fit our parameters. So let's jump in. The first shift to feeling younger is the mind-body loop, or loop if you prefer, because your body listens to your mind more than you think. In one study, researchers placed people in an environment designed to mimic their lives 20 years earlier, which is a scary thought for some of us, right? But this included posters, music, magazines, everything. And after just 1 week, their posture improved, their hearing sharpened, and even their grip strength increased. Now, grip strength for all of us tennis players and golfers is a very important thing. Not so much for you bocce ballers out there, because you want a little bit more of a soft hand for that. Now, why did all these good things happen to people in the study? It's because when the brain believes it's younger, the body starts to follow that script. Oh, here's the script. Okay. So on the Wise Lane, let us all start to believe again. Yeah, believe.
Do you believe in life after love?
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Well, here's an action item. Stop using tiny phrases like, I'm too old for that, or I don't have the energy, and replace them with, wow, I'm learning again, or I can't wait to get started, or man, it'll be so cool to see how this goes. It sounds silly, but your body is listening to what's coming out of your mouth. All right. The second one we can focus on is the curiosity effect. Because that spark you get when you learn something new? Yeah. Maybe it's you're finally figuring out what sus or yeet or 6-7 mean. I don't know. But that spark is dopamine. And dopamine isn't just about pleasure, it's your brain's youth hormone. Because people who keep learning languages, skills, hobbies, they show stronger memory, better mood, and even slower biological aging. Boredom ages you faster than time ever could. So, here's an action item. Learn something every week that makes you uncomfortable, but in a fun way. Maybe try a new app, a new recipe, or an online class, or a new sport. Because it's not about mastery, it's about having a life that's just in motion. Yeah, we're moving, we're in motion. So the third one is connection chemistry. Because connection is often something that's overlooked. A 2010 study, as well as a follow-up by the US Surgeon General, showed that loneliness increases mortality risk as much as smoking. And the study specifically said as much as 15 cigarettes a day. That's a lot. But connection, real human connection, it triggers oxytocin and serotonin. These are the same hormones that lower stress and literally slow cellular aging. The translation is every time we laugh with a friend, mentor someone, or just talk with kindness, we're not only feeding our soul, we are reversing our biological clock. Which reminds me of that wonderful scene in the movie My Cousin Vinny, excuse me, with Marissa Tomei stomping to her biological clock. Not sneezing, but stomping. You know this one? Yeah, this scene?
My biological clock is ticking like this, and the way this case is going.
Yeah, pretty good, right? Anyway, here's another action item. Schedule connection to be as routine as taking your daily vitamins or medicine. Like here's one I've been doing for several years. Get scheduled for a weekly coffee with a friend. Now, in my case, when my friend retired, we chose to get coffee every Tuesday morning when both of us were in town. And we've been doing it for several years now. You could do coffee, you could do lunch, you could do after, hours, whatever. Also, you could make a scheduled or unscheduled phone call with a friend or relative, right? Same type of routine as what we were doing with my friend. And of course, there's one of my favorites I talk about all the time, volunteering. There is such a need for volunteers in our world. Sharing our gifts and talents with others has a profound impact on our own lives as well as theirs. And all of these connections count. Feeling younger isn't about faking your birth date. It's about utilizing your network, or if you don't have one, putting effort into building one by getting out there. Break through that comfort zone. Break through it. Okay, we're going to wrap up and tie with a bow because the science is clear. 1, our beliefs shape our biology. 2, our curiosity keeps our brain young. And 3, our connections literally heal us. And I'm going to pretend to sound really wise here. So please pretend that I am wise. Please, please, please. Feeling young isn't about chasing who we used to be. It's about falling in love with who we can still become. Again, feeling younger isn't about chasing the past, but loving who we can become in the future. Does that sound wise? Now, even if it didn't, here's a challenge. This week, do one thing that your 30-year-old self would have thought was bold. And please comment below what that was. I'm going to read every comment, I promise. Especially since right now my channel probably has maybe like 10 comments total. Yeah, not a lot of people watching and commenting yet. So please hit that subscribe button so you can connect more with what we're doing on the Wise Lane, as well as give this episode and any others that you see a nice big like. Yeah. Okay, I'm done begging. I promise. Here on the Wise Lane, we don't age quietly. We evolve loudly and probably ask for likes and subscribes too much. All right, I'm going to see you next week. And remember, aging is fine, but stagnation, whew, it stinks. I'm Scott Mullet, and I really do mean this. Thanks for watching.